preface this video, let me lay some groundwork. This video assumes the devil fruits came after the death of Joyboy. This would explain why the Gorosei say that the fruit itself had evaded them for 800 years, despite Joyboy existing as a person 900 years ago. Whether or not you want to say he was born 900 years ago doesn't really matter, as it's up to your own interpretation, but I will just be saying that he died 100 years later and that the devil fruits came after his death. Now, let's get to the video.
Nika 解放の戦士太陽の神 Nika!
Joyboy and Nika are the same person. I want to make that very clear. Joyboy didn't just have the power of Nika, he was Nika. But his power was that of the sun god, stretchiness and creation. Joyboy went by a handful of names given to him by the many diverse groups he interacted with across the world. So, he was a worldwide figure, the first to live on the high seas, and the first pirate. Let's start with Nika. Nika was the name given to Joyboy by the slaves he liberated. Who's Who straight up tells us this in Wano. He tells us that the sun god Nika was an ancient warrior who the slaves believed would one day lead them to freedom. He also tells us that he was mockingly told to pray to the sun god for salvation, which, like my previous video on Joyboy, does connect to Jesus once more. The name Nika even meaning of God's purpose in Russia as a female name. This actually leads into my next point. In our world, demons hate the name Jesus. They are afraid of that name's power. And the Gorosei, being demons themselves in the One Piece world, have yet to use the name Joyboy. It's not like they're ever around many common folk, so why not even use it amongst themselves in the room of authority? Well, context clues actually suggest that they're afraid of this name, only using his other epithet, Nika, as being at the top of the world government. They've definitely heard this name from either their own slaves or just slaves in general. So, Joyboy was called Sun God Nika by the slaves as he was sent by their god to free them. Over time, he would soon become known as the Warrior of Liberation, as more and more slaves were freed and the word of his works spread across the world. The religion of the sun god does seem to come from multiple parts of the world, a few we know of being Elbaf, Skypiea, and of course wherever the Buccaneers came from. The Giants of Elbaf do drop the Nika part. In Big Mom's flashback, they pray to the sun god. When Dory and Broggy reunite with Luffy and Egghead, they call him the sun god. This tells us that, again, yes, Nika is a name from the slaves, not the sun god's universal name. We can also infer that Joyboy had a pretty good relationship with the Giants, as they likely gifted him the giant straw hat that is now in the freezer within Mirageois. Now, here's the big one, Joyboy. We don't know his actual name, at least as of the recording of this video. Joyboy, of course, is in reference to what he is known for around the world, a young man who spreads laughter and joy to everyone. Because of how big this name had become, it was entirely erased by the world government, leaving only the Warrior of Liberation, Nika, and the Sun God behind, albeit just barely. So I hope this was a comprehensible enough video for you. If you like this style of video, let me know. If you agree with me, let me know. If you don't, same thing. We'll see you guys in the next video. Please like and subscribe. This is Tony from the Venture Crew. I'll see you guys next time.